Good Energy was one of the pioneers of decentralised generation in the UK. We are one of the main drivers of the feed-in tariff scheme, which is the earliest incentive scheme really to help people get solar on their rooftops, and we've been at the forefront of this for 20 years. So we know what matters to small-scale generators. We know how we can encourage people to become their own power stations and take climate change into their own hands. And the interesting thing about being at the event this year really is that it's moving from being quite a niche and specialist market into the mainstream, driven both by awareness of environmental issues, but also, sadly, by high power prices that look here to stay. And frankly, the sort of combination of both environmental good and economic sense is really driving a renewed surge in interest in small-scale renewables. So to get to sort of triple the amount of renewable capacity on the grid by 2030, we think decentralized generation, small-scale generation, can play a huge role in this. At the moment, only about 5% of the eligible rooftops in the UK have solar panels on them. And to see this kind of huge growth, I think what we need to see is a grid with a lot more flexible and easier access to actually come on stream as a new generator. We need to adopt a much more digital-first approach than managing that grid. Every household is not going to want to make decisions about when they're storing and when they're using their own power. That needs to be done through AI and other technologies. And it is, I think, a grid where renewables can be, a sustainable source, not just of power on a day like today when it is sunny, but actually with battery storage gaining scale, one that can be an important part of the UK's base load, apart from anything else. So it's important to be here this year because it's a milestone year for Good Energy. We have recently been acquired by Esiasoft, a division of IHC from Abu Dhabi, and it marks a new stage for us in our 25-year history, where we can access both technologies and capital to really accelerate our growth and increase the role we can play in the energy transition in the UK.